Good Morning Jamaica. Good morning, Jamaica. We've been here since 6 o'clock. We'll be here until 8:30, and I'm honored to be sitting next to this great lady. She's family. She's a broadcaster who is a veteran. She's a teacher. She's an amazing athlete. She's a mom. She's a mentor. She's a Jamaican that's standing up for justice, all right? And now she's adding author to the list. Paula Ann Porter-Jones penned the book, Sandy, Tosh, and the Moo Cow, and I have it right in front of me, and it's in stores, Kingston Bookshop, Bookophilia. Go and get it right after this interview. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you.
It's good to be here. I snuck out.
You did. You snuck out of your radio show on RJR this morning with Francois. Some listeners are going to be very upset, but some viewers are going to be very happy.
I think so. I hope so.
Yes. Congratulations on completing this. It's not easy. Many of us have dreams and we're never able to execute. Tell us when the dream happened and how did you execute?
I've always wanted to write children's books. I've been writing since I was a little girl. I remember in high school cutting paper and stapling them together and making little books. And I never did move past it. But as an adult, I've wanted to. So one day, the kids went on a walk. They had fun. This little adventure happened. And they came back and I said, you know what? Let's write it. We took paper. We wrote the story.
Your kids?
My kids. We wrote the story and we drew the pictures.
Yes.
And then I sat on it again. And I had it for, I think, maybe about 5, 6 years.
Wow.
And then I met Tanya Batson-Savage one day who said, you don't want to write a children's book. And I said, you know, I have a story. And I showed it to her and she made it happen.
Oh, tell us about Tosh. Tell us about Sandy and the Moo Cow.
The book or the true children?
Oh, so there was a real Moo Cow?
There's a real Moo Cow. And my son is Tosh and Sandy is one of my daughters, not the same name, but yes. So the story is that one morning he woke up, he heard the sounds of cows passing. They used to pass up and down often. And he wanted to go see. He was maybe about 5 or 6. And I had his sister take him up the road to go look for the cows. And they ran back home shortly after, all excited because they had a little adventure. So that's what happened for real.
Tell us the age group, because you know there are a lot of young children watching right now and parents. And who are we targeting with this book?
Well, I think any child under 6.
Under 6.
Certainly when you get to 4, 5, 6, you can read it yourself. But before that, because it has such big, beautiful pictures, courtesy of Michael Robinson and Anne Communications.
Michael does a great job.
Then it's a great picture book for babies when you read to them. So they like pointing at stuff and seeing. So any age up to that. And for the older folks and the child in you, you know.
Hey, bring back that child in me. So how long did it take you to actually write the first story? You said you wrote it, you sat on it. How many edits did you have to do?
After I handed it to Tanya, she sent it back about 2 or 3 times because...
Tanya's an author, she's a publisher.
Absolutely. Blue Banyan Books is her publishing company, and Tanya has been studying the business, the industry, and she made suggestions as to how to add value to the story, how to make it not just about an interesting adventure, but to help with reading, with counting, etc. So she made suggestions for minor edits that wouldn't change the overall story, but would make the book a better one.
Because I was going to ask you, after a child reads this, you know, how are they supposed to feel? They've gone on an adventure. What is the outcome of that adventure? Like, are we feeling more, you know, do they feel like exploring? Is it that, I know they learn to read, but what are the other emotions that it evokes when you read this?
What I do want is to support the idea of the outside being available for exploration and not being afraid. And being open to noticing different things, you know, the little lizard on the tree, don't be afraid of it, don't run away. How many lizards are there? Look, it's a rat, not, it's a rat! So we
all have to coexist.
Yes, we do.
Me, I'm a croaking lizard, I'm a Moo Cow.
And as adults, if we can, some of us have those fears of croaking lizard and rats, but we don't have to have our children growing up being afraid. So if we can engage them by saying count, or what color, or where is it, up, down, below, then we can use the world around us to learn in so many different and fun ways.
This is amazing. How much is the book?
It is $1,900.
Okay.
It's hardcover. A lot of books nowadays aren't hardcover. I was happy when Tanya said she was going to make this her first hardcover children's publication. And I think she's done a great job.
Yeah, very, very beautiful book. You know, I'm the first one to tell you that I'm buying 2 copies.
Yay.
All right, so make sure I get those 2 copies, please.
Yes, ma'am.
One morning, Tosh awoke to loud moos outside. He jumped out.
No, you have to make the moves.
Oh, if I make moo. You see, no, she tell me how to read the book. You know what? It's better you read it for me. Please read us.
One morning, Tosh awoke to loud moos outside. He jumped out of bed and called for his big sister. Sandy, Sandy, moo cow, moo cow. Sandy and Tosh ran to the window and peered out just in time to see the swish of a brown tail disappearing down the street. Tosh wanted to see more. Sandy, Sandy, moo cow, Tosh said, jumping up and down. Can you jump up and down?
Yes, yes, Auntie. Yes, Auntie. See, Auntie.
And
Keep going. I'm loving this.
Oh, God. Okay. Let's go on an early morning adventure, said Sandy. And you see where Sandy thought of the cow, and there's a plus sign, and a picture of Sandy, and another plus sign, and a picture of Tosh, and an equal sign. And you know what the cow plus Sandy plus Tosh could be equal to?
What, Auntie?
Adventure.
Yay!
Yay! So they went to Mommy, and Mommy says, just be careful and don't get too close, because you have to teach them to be careful. Sandy and Tosh headed up the road, and they saw 4 lizards.
4?
3 cats. Can you make a mew, a meow, a meow like a cat?
Meow.
There you go. And
I feel like a kid.
And 2 chickens. Yeah. What does a chicken make? What sound?
Okay.
And lots of grasshoppers. I don't know what sound a grasshopper makes, but no cows. So they turned around and they headed down the road, and they saw yellow birds and pink flowers and gray rats and lots of green grass and moo cows. And Tosh was very happy. You want a little bit more?
I love that book here.
He saw the big brown eyes. Let me see your big brown eyes. Look, there you go. He saw the long, swishy tail and wiggle. There you go.
Oh, no, stop. We gotta buy the book. Stop, Paula and Porter. Jones. Prince, you need one for your daughter. Londia, you need one for your daughter. 119. What's 1900 times 130 plus tax? All right, we're buying 4 books here from the Smile Crew to support our friend, our esteemed colleague. We are running with that book. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, achievement.
Thank you.
And we know you're enough from your little picnic in a school.
Yeah, darn
so
right.
continue to be enough. We love it. Enough books are gonna sell today. Go back to radio before Francois calls us.
He's gonna hold it against me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Author of Sandy, Tosh, and the Moo Cow. What an adventure! Paula and Porto. That's it for Off the Shelf. Go get your copy today.